Okay. Bill, I think most of it tonight is from your end.
Yes, and it's all relatively quick and easy.
Nice.
If I may, I received 3 tobacco permit applications after the agenda was set, so I don't know where they expire before our next meeting. If the board would mind discussing them, and Paul, I'll just leave them on the desk for signature. They're just a standard, I guess, renewal, if you will, of existing vendors.
These are all renewals, right?
Yeah, so I have,
so let's just go through them and
Yep.
we'll deal with it like we have in the past.
Yep, so I have BJ's Wholesale Club, that's 1 Highland Common West.
Mhm.
And then Noria Energy, which is 139 Coolidge Street, which is, I guess, used to be Vert Gulf. And then I have the Noria Energy 64 River Road, which is the Shell station.
Okay.
So all 3 of those came in, and I've already drafted the permit, so I can leave them for signature.
Okay.
And Donna and I had a discussion today. It's important if anyone sees a tobacco application, that I get it also. You know, like today was great. The check was processed. Donna gave me a copy of the app, copy of the check. Because if it goes through the process and I don't know about it, you know, a month from now, we'll be getting a call saying, "Where's my tobacco permit?" So
Right. Okay. Yeah.
sometimes the problem is that the application clearly states, send the application and the check made out to the town of Berlin, send it to my office in Air. But unfortunately, they still send it to Berlin sometimes. And if that happens, sometimes I don't see it.
Right. Okay.
Should we remind Freddie down at the golf, or do they get some
Well,
idea, Billy? Or?
They expire October 31st. So, you know, by first, I go 2nd November meeting, maybe I'll send out reminder letters. You know, most people
Okay.
become aware. We don't send out reminders, but if it goes past the 31st of October, I send them a letter, give them a little push.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So on the agenda, we have 183 South Street, which is a septic tank that was required to be upgraded because of a basement bathroom, if you recall.
Right.
It went in with the plumbing permit that we really didn't know about. So the owner acted on good faith, got his plumbing permit. When he pulled his building permit for bathroom, we realized his tank was not the right size for a septic ejector pump. So that tank's actually in. Paul Wheeler did the work. It came out great. And
good.
that permit's before the board tonight, which I'll sign if you're okay with it.
Okay, so that work was all completed. Nice.
Yep.
Oh, that worked out good then.
Yes. And I don't know what the actual agenda finally said, but I actually have lots 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A for Wilson Road, which is the 40B Capes of Berlin.
And I resuscitated my laptop.
Oh.
I'm going to try to share the screen. How's that?
If at all possible, if the locust plan, which was supposed to be emailed to you, if that's available, I'd probably put that up first.
Okay. Oh.
Do you have any issues while we're waiting, Bill, that you want to speak about?
Once again, it's a 40B, so any necessary variances from the local Board of Health regulations have already been granted through the comprehensive permit. So we're just looking at straight Title V systems here.
Just a sidebar information. I ran into Mark Rhodes and yesterday, I believe it was, and I said, I asked him how many wells he had in. He said 2. And I said, how deep? And they were, 350 plus or minus, is kind of in that range. However, they had to put down 100 feet of casing before they hit ledge.
A lot of sand there.
$30 a foot.
Yeah.
Casing used to be $10, $12 a foot. It's now 30.
Yeah, the wells are good producers, at least, though.
Yeah, one of them was 20 gallons, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we tested them last Friday, maybe.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
My father is right up on the hill, or my mom's house on Pleasant Street. He's 550 feet down, Billy.
Mm-hmm.
At your
But
mom's old house?
Yeah,
Wow.
he got almost hit. But he has capacity. He has a good static level, but really never gained a lot. But there's a lot of ledge there. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've got one up. This is 3A. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
It's the locust map.
Did Seth send the locust plan?
Um,
The original email, I asked him to send 2A, 3A, and the locust. I mean, if not, we can look at them individually, but
this looks like 4A.
Yeah, it is 4A.
Yeah,
Mm.
hold on. Let me go back. That's not the locust.
so Sue, you don't have to buy a new laptop. That's good news.
I don't right now.
Wait a couple days, see if it dies again.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, you know, I have the South Street Utilities Plan.
Let's take a look. That's probably it.
Yep.
Oh,
I don't know, are you guys seeing this?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I've got it, Sue.
all right.
Oh, I got it now. Yep.
Oh, there's South Street. Okay.
So if we're all looking at that plan, the first 4 lots in off of South Street of what we have before us tonight. So 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. And you
Yep.
can see the lots are, again, to get the size they need and the offsets they need. You can see like 1A house and system. Then you've got a long neck of land. And then you've got that first well that you see is 1A's well. So those 4 wells in a row there are 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. And then they serve the houses 1, 2, 3, 4 as they come in off the street. As you get into the project, you know, you can see that some of the lots are a little more traditional with well, house, and
Right.
septic kind of all within that same area. But this is what they needed to do to get their lot size and well offsets.
No,
Yes.
just a question, Billy. Now, those, where the well is, behind the house, it takes the right and heads out to the well site, the
Yeah.
well line. Is that separated property or is that common?
No,
or
no,
just
you can see
lines, yeah.
1A is a good example. There's a strip of land.
Yep.
It's probably not even 5 feet wide that follows
Right.
that property line along where Dennis Minnick used to live and then opens up. So the water line isn't necessarily following the lot line. There's a utility easement there. So you can see the water lines kind of all travel to their respective lots through that easement, if not on their own property.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then where the wells are actually their property also, Billy?
It is. So you've got a rectangle of land, if you will, connected
Yes.
to another rectangle of land by a thin strip, but it's all one lot, contiguous.
So they could put a garden out there?
Well, they can, I don't know what type of restrictions, if any, are on the lots themselves. It
Yeah,
depends what
yeah.
ends up in their homeowners association documents.
Oh, I see. It's still a covenant. type
Well,
of
yeah,
deal.
they're individually owned lots, but they will have some type of homeowners association, is my impression.
The lots 1A, 2A, and 3A all are participating in this utility easement. And then lot 4A is kind of a standalone by itself on its own property.
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, if you look at 3A, 3A's water line is within its lot, even though the easement continues. You can see,
Oh, yeah.
it's
okay.
easier to see like
Yeah.
in person on a full-size
Yeah.
scaled plan,
Yeah.
you could see that water line actually
Yes.
falls within that little neck of land, but it's still, there's an easement there to allow access,
It-
for a pump.
That line
vehicle.
crosses the easement. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
But again, the easement's there to allow access of, a drill rig, a pump truck, whatever might need to be done in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And or, repair of a line or something, Billy, is a
Yeah,
lot, all
line,
that type of stuff, like
well
a
pump,
condo. or-
whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, I don't know. I don't see anything except, the systems are what they are. No reserves, right, Billy?
Well, yes, reserve is a requirement of the state code. And again, these have to meet state code where it's a 40B. I mean, you can look at each lot individually, or while this locus is up, each lot is identical with septic design. It's a 1,500 gallon tank with a micro fast 0.5 system. So fast is fixed activated sludge treatment. It's like a mini treatment plant in each septic tank, which allows them to load 550 gallons a day versus the usual 440. And then it feeds by
Mhm.
gravity to two foot deep, 2 foot wide, 38 foot long leach trenches. So it's pretty straightforward in the sandy soil. I think all of the designs you'll see are probably identical. And you can pull up any one of those
Right.
and see it at a larger scale, but they're all very similar.
Right.
Well, you
And they
tell-
were all
guys
2
tell me
minute
what
or
you
less,
wanna
Billy?
see next.
Nope, hold on. Heard two people talking.
Go ahead,
Sorry.
Sue.
I said, you guys just have to tell me what you want to see next.
I was just asking Billy, were they all 2 minute or less perks? Billy?
Yeah, it's all deep dry, 2 minute per inch perks. Yep. 10 foot plus test holes.
Okay, so the distance is what it is, and they don't need a reserve with state Title V?
No, they do. There's reserve between trenches.
Oh,
so
I
there's-
see.
there's
And that's a
two-
lot. That's
Two
a-
primary trenches and two reserve trenches. You can see there are four. And again, Sue, if you want to break up any one of these four up, we can see it in a little more detail.
Okay,
Yeah. But that's how they're doing it that way, Billy, between, right? Yep.
Right, which is not allowed currently by your local regs, but again, that's one of the waivers.
Sure.
okay, let me bring up this one.
Well, unless you have any issues.
Yeah, so if
Billy,
you
I'm
want to blow
sorry.
that house tank system area up a little bit, you can
Okay.
see there's two dark line trenches, and then there's two dash line trenches. Those are the reserve area between. So the Title V does allow that. What happens is the spacing between
yeah.
active trenches goes from 4 feet to 6 feet to allow for that extra space for the reserve trench between.
And all testing's been done on these, Billy?
Yeah, we went out in, I think it was June and tested all 12 lots. There had
Yep.
been some testing done when it was 3 lots, but that didn't really line up with this new layout. So we actually tested all 12 lots.
Uh-huh. Now,
Again,
was that before the grade was taken down or when the grade was at grade? Just for-
grade had been changed. Some of these lots don't have top and subsoil, so our test holes start right at what we call the C layer, the sand layer.
Oh, yeah. Which keeps them down a little anyway, right? I mean, and there's no water, so, I mean,
No water, so these are,
it's a good,
tops of these
good
systems
thing,
are
yep.
probably 2 to 3 feet below grade.
nice.
Can we look at, let's see, if we look at, how do I want to describe it? I want to look at the east or southern end of this plan, the locus.
The locust plan?
Yeah. Because I noticed that there was an area that was finely graded and it looked like it had been filled.
Yeah, that was an area where material had been removed for another site. So
Okay,
we want to actually pull up the plan that we looked at previous that shows the whole project.
I was
Sure.
just wondering if anything was taking place in that area.
Could not be septic because septic has to
Yeah.
be natural material.
Right, okay.
Right. Good call, Paul. I didn't think it was a big hole out there.
Yeah, there was.
Yep.
So I don't know where that hole existed in relation to,
It's where where the wells are for,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so the wells wouldn't really be affected by that because again, obviously they're
Right.
casing down to ledge, so whether it's fill or natural material, if a dwelling or a septic was in that area, then we'd certainly have an issue potentially.
right, that's what I wanted to see. I didn't think of septic, but I wanted to make sure there weren't really any dwellings in that area.
Yep.
Because, I think that might have gotten dug down deeper than it should have,
Right.
could have, whatever, but
Yeah, it was quite a deep hole. And
What
again,
got
what, Bobby?
I said, what got put back in it, Billy? Do you know, or we don't, we just,
I do not.
yeah. Okay.
I wasn't involved, any type of earth
Right.
removal goes on
Right.
without Board of Health knowledge at least.
It was
Yep.
miscellaneous fill. And I actually walked that area a week and a half ago. And it was, let's say, pretty slippery and slick and greasy, at least on the
Oh, yeah.
surface.
Like
But
a
it had
clay
been-
type stuff?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it clay. It was a mixed bag probably, but there's no
Yep.
dwelling or septic, so, okay.
Yep. Huh. Right.
And you can see along that line, they're proposing, similar to the lots we just looked at, just in a greater number, the wells are all kind of in those
Right,
secondary lot areas, if you will, connected by necks of land to the main parcel with the house and septic.
A lot of lines there, but I guess, yep. All right.
Okay, so we done with looking at the plans?
Well,
I just
again, before you
one of
tonight
them-
would be the septic permits for lots 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A.
Was one of them under the driveway too, Billy? Or
One of what?
one of the leach fields under one of the driveways I saw, or is
Well,
that?
2A and
that's not-
3A show half of the trenches beneath the driveway.
Yeah, okay, that's what I see. Yeah.
the driveway to the
Which
house,
is-
not the road going into the development.
No,
Right.
no. And they, oh, is that considered a common, or is that gonna be a town road?
To my knowledge, it's not going to be a town road. It says right on it, private.
So the offset. Oh, does it? Oh, yeah, yeah.
It
right.
does.
So
yeah.
the
I think
offset.
it
to the-
falls, if you look at the way the lot lines are, it actually falls within an easement across the lots, because you can see the lot
Right,
lines
I
actually
see.
travel all the way across the road to the other side towards
Yes.
Wheeler's property.
Paul, yeah, Paul, yeah, yeah. Now I see it. I didn't see the lot cut, but yeah. So that, the septics are actually offset from the lot line as far as they have to be, right, Billy? I mean, that,
Yeah, there's only a 10-foot offset in the state code. They're well beyond that.
Yeah. okay. All right,
Think I'm good with this.
I guess we gotta be, I mean, it's up to code or whatever it's gotta be for these standards. As far as I can see, unless you can think of anything, Billy, that you haven't, I mean, that we gotta be worried about.
This whole
No, I mean, if the
parcel's been-
board's curious about the local regs that were granted, I can certainly list them, but it's in the decision.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm fine with your thoughts on it. I don't know. Paul, what do you, Paul's thoughts?
yeah, I have no
mean,
issues.
I guess I don't either.
My only issue is the town didn't buy the land, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, I hear you there. Yeah,
Unfortunately, water under the bridge, right?
Yep, far,
coulda, shoulda,
far and away.
coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Okay, next we have Title V
Do-
inspection report.
do we have to vote on that, Paul?
Well, as long as permit approval is in the minutes, there was no variance. I don't know how, I mean,
Yeah,
normally you would
it's-
sign the permits, so,
Right,
you know,
okay.
whether or not it's an actual vote, I'm not quite sure.
No, we don't usually vote on,
No,
on some-
if there's no
something
variance,
that's, yeah, if there are no issues, so there shouldn't be a vote.
all right.
We have three Title V inspection reports, 16 Priest Road, 85 through 91 Dudley Road, and 98 through 104 Dudley Road. And they're all passes. They're all clean passes with no issues noted. And the
Okay.
Dudley
The
Road
Du-
project, just so you know, the groups of 4 duplexes that Mark had done.
Yeah.
The initial Berlin, I guess it was known as Berlin Woods. So they're on a 3-year cycle with their condos.
Very good. It's good to know.
that's
Yeah.
all we have.
Well, okay, we have something that may be coming up before us and we just should be aware of it. The Sennies are looking to sell Village Pizza, that property, and somebody is proposing a BYOB pub with high-end food combined with a cigar bar. And I guess a smoking permit is going to be required if that's to move forward. Is that something we need to talk to Joan? I don't remember her last name.
Well, Joan
This-
Hamlet, that'd be a great, yeah, absolutely. We should bring Joan in on this. Because I don't know the answer to that. To sell tobacco, they would become a new vendor, but to smoke tobacco, I don't know that anything's required.
Yeah, and my concern is that the beer and wine store would be kept separate, and where the pizza place is would become the pub. And I don't know if they're going to separate a section of that for a cigar bar, but ventilation is definitely going to be a consideration, because if any kind of smoking takes place there, it should not impact the beer and wine store. So,
Right.
you know,
Are you allowed to even smoke inside a building now, Billy, in the state, or?
Well, I think cigar bars exist in Massachusetts.
Okay,
But again,
Yeah, they
do we
do.
have something in print in detail that we could get to Joan? Some type of proposal?
it's very limited.
Because if it's just talk right now, you know, she needs something really detailed in writing to kind of review.
Yeah, I would say it's just talk at this point.
Okay. Well, for
Somebody-
talk, I can call her. If we have something in print, I would email it to her, but I can give her a call just for kicks.
Yeah, and just to find out what information we should be looking for from this potential buyer or entrepreneur, whatever they
Mhm.
are.
yeah,
River Bridge is changing, huh?
Yeah, I think they're trying to liquidate whatever they hold down there.
Now, has the board voted on that change request for townhouses, or is that? did
not
ever
that I know.
happen?
It didn't happen at town meeting, Billy,
Okay.
so I don't think it ever, what came about, they pulled it, so it may come up.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
are they being held to any of their previous agreements with retail proposed and assisted living and all that?
Well, I think
Not-
there's
no.
negotiations going on, and
Yeah,
there are people trying to hold their feet to the fire a little bit, but the claim is that the marketplace has changed, and they can't find anybody
Hmm.
who's interested in any sort of retail down there
Mm.
or office.
it'd make a nice little sitting park with tables there, it would be nice, it's a little green space. In my opinion. The green space for the cigar bar. So,
I think it would be, and we'd need to find somebody with some deep pockets to get behind it, but I think that would be a great location for, an innovation sort of establishment where different small businesses could have certain areas to,
yeah,
like a commercial kitchen, for example.
Yep.
And some other things, but, I'm all for anything but townhomes and more residential
Right.
building there. It really, for this town, I think it needs to be something else.
Well,
it would be
Whatever
a nice
that is.
couple little,
What's so?
little entrepreneurial shops.
I said, you can fund that.
Oh, yeah. I'll take out a reverse mortgage and,
Oh,
buy
yeah, here we go.
about 2,500 square feet from the Sennies.
Oh, goodness. Have we
All
heard any
right.
more on Amos? Go ahead, Paul, sorry.
What, Bobby?
I was just gonna say, did we hear any more on Amos Road, Bill? That's coming along, I see.
Yeah, they're
Amos-
building access, wells in and tested and septic permits released. So I assume we'll be seeing a
Yeah.
building permit application soon.
I just saw a lot of action. I didn't realize it was going on, but I went up to Dickie Giles' funeral today up at the cemetery, and I noticed the roads cut in and they're really moving down in there.
Yep.
Yeah. It looked good, yeah. And Buddy Wheeler, by any, just a chance, he's got COVID and is in really bad shape right now, so. It's, he's a tough farmer, and believe it or not, he caught it, so.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, just can't believe these people that, But anyway,
Well,
but that looked good. It looked like a lot of gravel up there, Billy.
there were 11 or 12 cases last week.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
New cases, yep. So
Oh,
don't think it's gone from Berlin, it's not.
No, there might be 2 or 3 up there. Wait, for some, they went somewhere. I don't know. I just don't know. But it's scary to hear that.
And
Someone
what-
that is in great shape can be taken down like that.
Oh, when you're not vaccinated.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't even know that answer, Paul, but yeah, you're right. I truly agree. I was talking with a union worker today and I'm not vaccinated. I'm like, why? I said, why not? I said, well, yeah, I said, baloney. I said, you put more shit in your body through your life than that. I know them. And I
Yeah,
said, just go get a shot,
yeah.
It's a funny
All
thing
right.
how people think of it. Anyway, sorry.
Any new business?
Nope. Nope, not from my end.
Okay,
That's all I
Donna
got.
will work on bills for
Okay.
those TVs.
All right, and I'll talk to June and Amy about like an account to put it in when we
Yeah,
get the check.
And make sure we format it right and all that.
Yep.
I'll get
Yep.
you the numbers and we'll go from there.
Okay,
All right, I got nothing else. Do I hear a motion?
I'd
Oh,
like to make a motion to.
Oh,
adjourn this
Bill.
meeting.
oh, wait a
Go
minute.
ahead, hold on.
Donna, I forgot to ask you
Yep.
today, I have the BJ's check for the town of Berlin for their tobacco permit. Would it be
Okay.
best in the Board of Health inbox or leave it on the desk?
I would just put it on the desk
Okay,
and then I'll get it Friday.
yeah, and Paul, I'll text you. I'll be in Thursday, but just so I don't forget to leave those permits behind, I'll text you when they're on the desk.
Yeah, I may be I know I'm working tomorrow, maybe Thursday, so I might not get in till
So,
Friday.
yeah,
or
it's not a
Thursday.
rush on my end, but at least
Yeah.
I won't let you know they're there until they're actually there.
Okay. That's fine.
All right.
All
Oh, and
right.
the free range chicken letter is being drafted. I'll let you know when that is there also.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sue, what's so
Okay.
funny?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Here a second.
Bob just
Bob.
raised his hand to second the motion.
No, I'm fine. No, yeah, Paul seconded it. I'm fine. So moved.
Okay, I didn't
Let's,
realize I seconded it. All right.
I thought you just said I second it.
All right, the meeting is adjourned. I have 7:32.